sensations smashing blackberries with sledgehammers. Plus, softball questions, unlimited cigars, Tony Hawk, Ethan Hawke, and 50,000 real-life Hawks. And don't miss the world's only evil laughter tutorial. And the first 100 to arrive receive an authentic stained blue dress. So get your tickets now for the low price of free. It's the We Promise We're Not Doing This Because We're Broke Tour extravaganza.
Okay. You know, Mike.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good to see Bill up on stage because that means all the husbands in the audience know where he is.
Yes. First of all, two-headed carnival show. You could just shut the show down right now. We're not topping that. But this flies in the face of the fact that people
Before
think.
you read that, there's children in the audience, sir.
To prove a point.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, I do actually do some
Earmuffs.
research.
All
and
right.
that's what this
Go
is.
for it.
Okay. This is an actual quote from Hillary during the course of this presentation up in Canada. She's in Canada, a foreign country, right?
Yes.
She says, and she's talking about Saudi Arabia, she's talking about the Crown Prince. We have a president, she says, meaning Trump, of course,
right,
who was part of the cover-up, thank you, was part of the cover-up as to what happened in that consulate or embassy when Mr. Khashoggi was murdered.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want you to think about this. Yeah, someone got right to the point there. Think about how, with a lack of self-awareness, and she's up there, and she's basically just accusing our president in a foreign country of a cover-up of a horrible murder. And that's what I wanted to read, and now I'm done.
Well, do you have anything to read, Terry?
Nothing to read, but you know, I have obviously a very visceral dislike of Hillary Clinton for the reason that as a Green Beret, I had to use secure emails when I was talking to embassies and places I was going. She walked away. She should be in jail because if
skin to Prince Black.
You went for that line, didn't you?
If we have some progress within those 90 days, maybe.
It was low-hanging fruit, but I actually didn't intend that. My point is, if I had done what Hillary had done, I'd lose my security clearance, lose my team. Actually, and probably go to Leavenworth. So the fact that she's
lose your
around,
leather pants?
No, never lose. Never lose the leather pants. But I have to say this. When I see this, this is the first time. Really, the first time I've actually pitied them because I feel like that's the low they've reached. Like they're really doing a tour.
Yeah. I don't.
You don't feel bad?
No.
Can I do one quick thing? My mom loves Greg more than me, and this is your Christmas present: a unicorn pen.
Oh, I thank you.
That's from my mom.
All right.
That's sweet.
Apparently, operating under a budget. All right.
Could I just try one experiment? Just an experiment.
Mike, what are you going to read
I'm just going to try an experiment. Here we go. She should be in jail.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Tyrus, I think what they need, what Bill and Hillary need, is an opening band, which is what Bill calls the belt around his pants.
Well played, sir.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Remember when you brought everybody together?
Yes.
It's over.
It's over.
It's back.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? Listen, wrestling is kind of like what they're going through.
Right.
You wrestle in the WWE. There's 75,000 people chanting your name. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You leave the WWE and you think, I'm good. Because all those people cheered for me.
Yeah.
They stayed with the WWE.
Yeah.
They go with the winner. And you're wrestling in Indiana with 6 people going, yeah, Brodus Clay, woo, yeah. Do that one trick, sir, I'm trying to work. Like, it's literally, when it's over, it's over.
Right.
And I think this was probably the best video that the Democratic Party has to offer.
Yeah.
The next time she goes, you know, I'm thinking about a run. Run the tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have 1,000 cousins in there. Like, literally 8 people showed up to your event.
Yes.
And it also shows you what happens when you don't have influence anymore. Because it used to be, what was it, $500,000 to hear Bill?
Yeah.
Now you can't get 7, 8 people to stay to the show. That was in the beginning. That was like right after the pyro.
Yeah.
That's true. They were dumping tickets on StubHub.
Yeah, they were. Oh, my God. So, Kat, is there any entertainment value to this? Any?
No, I don't think so. I'm personally find it disgusting that Bill Clinton is able to actually make any money at all giving speeches, given the fact that more than a dozen women, not like 1 or two, but more than a dozen women have accused him of sexual assault or of sexual misconduct. And we're living in this Me Too era, and yet he's able to go out there and speak. And some of these same Democrats who say that they're champions for women and that they, believe all victims are going to go out and support Bill Clinton when he has all these accusations up against him. How is he able to do that? He should be a pariah, not a personality and a speaker. He needs to go away forever.
Oh, all right. You
topped that one.
Yeah. I think for the applause line fishing, she beat you, Mike Baker.
She kicked me right in the pants.
Unlike you.
I gotta get my shoe out of there.
Up next, are super babies the wave of the future? Maybe, maybe not. What's a super baby?
Live from America's News headquarters, I'm John Scott. The nation continues to mourn the death of former President George H.W. Bush, our 41st president, passing away at the age of 94 in his home in Houston, Texas, late Friday. Tomorrow, several days of memorial services begin. President Bush will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol from Monday evening to Wednesday morning. He'll then be honored with a state funeral at the National Cathedral in Washington before the body of our 41st president returns to Texas for a second memorial service. He'll be laid to rest on Thursday at his presidential library in College Station, Texas. His wife, Barbara, and daughter, Robin, who died as a child, are also buried there. President Trump has declared Wednesday a national day of mourning and ordered all American flags be flown at half-staff for 30 days in honor of the late president. I'll be back at the top of the hour with more on how President Bush is being remembered, plus our other top stories on the Fox Report. Now back to the Greg Gutfeld Show.
First ever a Greg Gutfeld apology. I'm going to apologize to Terry's mom for making that crack about being on a budget. I was just joking. I love your mother. She's the greatest.
My mom loves you.
She's the best. Okay.
Fantastic.
And I mean that platonically. There's nothing creepy going on. No. What if we edited our babies so they'd never get measles or rabies? China suspended a scientist who claims he altered the DNA of unborn twin girls. If true, it would be the first time genetic modification has been performed on humans, other than the experiments I did on myself in the 80s. Did you know you're actually staring at the back of my head? It's true. Anyway, China says the scientists' work is unethical, but the scientists, what do they know? They say the twins' DNA was edited to make them resistant to HIV. Now, we have no way to confirm any of this, and we're lazy, and it's Saturday night, and I'm bored. So we did the story anyway, and it raises the usual ethical crud. If you start editing genes, where does it stop? Today, it's to prevent a deadly virus. Tomorrow, who knows? Do we need to prevent pimples, overbites, unibrows, or maybe some horrendous fashion sense? Terry? Leather pants, Terry! Leather pants! All right.
That hurt.
Don't forget the pirate shirt.
And the pirate shirt, yes. All right, I'm Kat. Kat, are you okay with genetically editing babies?
Here's the thing.
Yes.
No matter how much you genetically edit babies, there's really no way to ensure that they don't grow up to suck.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
You can edit them so they can't get diseases. You can maybe pick the gender, eye color, hair color. You can't edit them to make sure they don't grow up to be one of the people who's excited that Maroon 5's playing the Super Bowl.
Yes. Wow.
You can't edit them to make sure they don't grow up to be a 45-year-old still living in your basement playing video games and commenting in internet comment sections about 9/11 being an inside job.
Yes.
It's part of the reason why I don't have children, other than the fact that my current live-in partner is a cat and I'm not attracted to cats. I'm worried they might grow up to suck.
Yeah. No, this is.
You just never know.
Yeah, I am Tyrus. You are. You have kids.
Yes. We've established that.
Yes. I think it would work if you could edit a baby so it doesn't ruin your life.
Oh, that's not possible, Greg.
You know what I mean? Like you build up a.
Listen, yeah, right. That's funny. Yeah.
China wants. It says it's immoral and kick him out. He's in the wrong place. If he goes to Beverly Hills, California, this dude's going to be rich.
Yeah.
Like, you can go in, design your baby. You can get the booty job ahead of time.
Yes.
You can get the lips done.
Yeah.
I, myself, might want a son who likes a lot of water, so maybe put a fin on his back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not looking at the... Now, listen. The cosmetic stuff will pay for the research.
There you go.
So,
that's how it works.
But that's how it works.
Yeah.
So you go in and you cross that Yorkie with your self, and you get your, you think I'm lying to people that do it.
Yes, dog lovers.
I always thought a child looked good with leopard spots. So coming right, let's do it. Let's throw some DNA in there.
Leopard baby would be awesome.
I'm excited about this because this puts me one step closer to that cloning myself, so I can raise myself my own image.
Ooh. See, I would do that with spare parts.
Yeah, just take her stuff out.
Yeah.
And just add more of me. I want to raise me the way I feel I should.
Oh, wow.
And then a fail-safe, if Kat's hypothesis comes true, I can just be like, oh, is that really? You're gonna go to Maroon 5? Excuse me. And he just melts.
Wow.
Fail-safe.
That was pretty well thought out, though.
It was well thought out.
Oh, yeah. I've never about cloning myself a lot.
I get.
Mike, would you like to add to this conversation or say Hillary should be locked up?
You want to read from your diary some more?
Got some notes here.
Let me.
Is this a good idea or a bad idea?
Yeah, let me tell you one reason why Tyrus was so well thought out was because earlier today when he and I were at the gym working out together.
Yesterday?
Yeah, whatever it was. I don't know how this TV thing works. We were talking about this very subject, and I will tell you, I'm really queasy about the whole thing. You know what? I get it. Research to cure illness. That's
Very important.
doing it. But
Illness
to
is bad,
design your
yes.
baby, because that's where this is going, and there's no way you would prevent it. It's just not going to happen. So you would end up with people design shopping for their babies, and we're descending into hell at that point.
Really? I think it's more like heaven, Terry. I would put in a no crying gene, a no pooping around the house gene. I would code for politeness. You right? I don't want a rude kid.
Well, you asked if it's a good idea.
Yeah.
That question is immaterial. It's happening.
Yeah.
We saw this coming decades ago once we hit the genome. It's going to happen. So it's like now we're going to have Nexus 6 replicants.
Yeah, that's
great. Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. But I also think, and then you can code. You know the most important thing you got to code for? Delayed gratification, because what screws up everybody?
You okay back there?
Is
Greg, he's out. Get the tranquilizer. Sorry. Lou Dobbs is out. Everybody get down. Everybody get down.
I don't know. I'm just going to
Finish
shut
that.
up.
You had something good, though.
I was going to say, if you code for delayed gratification, you create successful people. That's what you code
that's
for.
good.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, yes, applaud. All right, does Donald Trump discriminate against short people? Well, he hasn't called me in weeks, so the answer is yes. Did he not want her around because she was too low to the ground? A report this week suggested that President Trump was concerned that former Fed Chair Janet Yellen was too short to run the Federal Reserve. The Washington Post claims Trump was initially impressed with Yellen, but, quote, the president also appeared hung up on Yellen's height. He told aides, he's so honest, that the 5'3" economist was not tall enough to lead the central bank. Which is sad. Being short, I see this kind of discrimination every day. But it makes me wonder, whatever happened to Yellen? Is she home watching Ellen? With Ian McKellen? Enjoying Honeydew Melon?
Stop it.
Whatever, I ain't telling. What I will say, she's just one of many short people that have been short-shrifted through history.
And now history's short-shrifted short people. Anthony Scaramucci, Napoleon Bonaparte, Barney Fife, Mahatma Gandhi, Sean Spicer, Trolls, Dana Perino, Martin Short, anyone who lost to Willie Shoemaker, Rhea Perlman, Tom Cruise, corgis that don't belong to the Queen, Elijah Wood, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, Shetland ponies, Brainy Smurf, Ludwig von Beethoven, Alec Baldwin's temper, Tinkerbell, and of course, Greg Gutfeld.
Yes. Tyrus?
I gotta be honest, I don't have a dog in this race.
Yeah, but that's my point. You don't care.
No.
You know, because there are no civil rights movements for the height challenge, is there, Tyrus? Is there time for that?
No, we'd have to set the bar too low. Seriously, I'm not that small-minded, Greg, so I really don't get into all that stuff, I tend not to judge men by his stature unless you talk about myself. But, I think short people every one of those people had a job and were successful.
Yeah, except for Tinkerbell.
And
not real.
What are you talking about?
Well, she's not real.
What?
You don't know that. You don't know that.
That's true.
You don't know that.
She got to fly.
Yeah, that's true.
She made everybody happy. She sprinkled dust on you and you floated
She
away from your
ruined
problems.
Disneyland, but we'll get to that
But
later.
my point is, I think you guys get a pretty good deal. Because the reason why I'm so unique is because none of my other brethren get a job. Because all the short people have it. They do. They don't design chairs for us, hence my special chair. Have you seen me in an airplane? Being harassed by who? Short guy with a camera.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think you guys got it pretty good. Napoleon was like an emperor.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't the tall guy.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
They had to carry him around.
Yes.
So I think before you start crying, you guys are doing it's pretty good to be short. I mean, if I felt like walking around on my knees, I'd try it.
Well, you know what? Don't.
But bringing this back to the beginning of the show, which
I know.
again was brilliant. What if Trump is right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
What if being short, we find that you are unable to lead the Fed? It's possible. Ha ha ha. We're all laughing about it. But what if, like, later he gets all this crap and we go, we've got some data here from the Fetzer lab, and it says that
Fetzer
short.
lab.
I made that
We
up.
got a wankergraph.
We have a wankergraph, and it says here clearly that short people cannot do this.
What can she do? It's a bank.
Doesn't matter.
she can't.
Am I missing
She can't
something?
see over the
Give her a high chair. Problem solved.
But
I'll put her on my shoulders,
you're
and we'll
being-
just walk around, and she can lead the bank.
Tyrus,
With this check
all
number.
I'm saying is, Tyrus, be open to the possibility that short people can't
We're the
do
new
it.
master
Well,
blaster.
okay, so what we saw there was some discrimination. But I want to tell you, today, or was it yesterday, to show you how reviled being short is, we had a meeting when we were coming up with a list of the short people. And, and in our meeting, we all sit there. It's like a pod. And Kat she's always on her phone. This is Kat.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. And let me finish.
That's totally
So,
true.
Kat, so we're sitting there, we coming up, okay, who should be on the list? And Kat's just on her phone. She never pays attention. She's doing this stuff. And Luigi, one of our staffers, we're going, okay, we have Martin Short, we have Tom Cruise. He goes, Kat, and she goes, I'm not short. The one
Sounds
time.
like someone was paying attention.
The one time she contributes to the meeting is to make sure, like if I had said she drowns bunnies, she wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
So you guys actually have
I
meetings?
would go with
huh?
that
Wait,
locker
hold
up
on.
thing again.
You guys have meetings?
Yes, we do. This whole thing is
Wait a
planned.
minute.
At least I go to the meetings, Tyrus.
I didn't know there was a meeting. No one tells me on these meetings. I wing everything from this chair. I come in here, I talk to these guys more outside than you guys.
I do love the fact that Trump is just so transparent and honest.
But that's my
Just
point.
sitting
He's like,
there.
he probably sat there and he said this. Again, the point of the
She's
asking,
really short.
asking the question, that he asked the question, it's like, so he's sitting there and he goes, she walks out of the room and he goes, she's really short. You sure she could do this?
Yeah.
They're like, that's something he would say. And everybody there is going like, what?
Yeah. No,
But, and then they turn into Terry and they go, well, maybe he's got a
too.
point. And next thing you know, they're firing all the short people. No wonder he doesn't call me. Oh, he calls Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Jesse, love the show. Love the show.
But I will say a disproportionate number of short people over the years have been the dictators.
Yeah.
To Tyrus's point.
Yeah.
So you're not doing all that bad. I mean, if you consider being a dictator not that bad.
Well, that's my next job. All right, up next, Stormy and Avenatti sitting in a tree. Now they hate each other. Most definitely.